Did that get turned off? It must have.
Did it even get
stopped
turned
off.
on? Ooh.
No, I turned it on, and then I thought I started it, but then it just, when I looked over, it was
Maybe
off.
your
so-
box turned it off.
Look, this thing is okay. I'm gonna put it in camera because, like, this is my box, and we're getting ready to put together packages to give to insurance companies and
Insurance?
Yeah, insurance companies.
Okay.
That's the people these are going to.
Okay.
Insurance companies.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Because they're the ones that are giving away, like, hey, you need to get a 4-point win mitt. Because right now, regardless of home selling, you still need those to upgrade your insurance and things like that. So these are constantly in demand. So we got like backpacks, and I basically, this is typical.
Hold on. This is
typical
for one of our brands.
Because I said to Robin,
You're giving no context. You're talking about a box to people.
I'm giving the context right now. I said to Robin, Robin, look, I'd like to put together.
Robin's our VP of
I'd like
marketing.
to put together a bunch of boxes, gift baskets, so to speak, to realtors, insurance agents, and mortgage companies for homeinspections.com. And she goes, "What's my budget?" And I go, "You know what? I'm going to splurge. I'm going to unleash the hounds on this, and I'm going to say up to $10 a box." Okay? And she said, "Okay, I got this." And then she's like, "Do you want me to get with Becky?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely." Becky is the queen of like marketing and promotions and parties and gift baskets and this kind of thing. Like, she is the undisputed lightweight champion of the world when it comes to, I was going to say heavyweight champion.
Thank you. That was a good catch.
As I was going,
no, that was
I was
really
like,
good. You were on one. So
right. So I was like, there's also lightweight champion of the world. So I think you probably
that was
better
great.
be lightweight.
Yeah,
but I have to mention the thing that
But I am a heavy hitter.
You're a heavy hitter in this industry.
There you go.
Needless to say,
I will say I
the
have
budget,
yet.
you just were like $10. He didn't write a 1. That was a 2. That was a 2 he wrote.
Well, here's the thing.
So now we're at $1,000
which is nothing
for 50 boxes.
That's great.
And then I went in and I actually took off the flashlights
here's
because people just don't need flashlights that say home inspections. Look, if you need a flashlight, you're in the dark. And if you're in the dark, you can't read homeinspections.com.
That's true.
So instead, I opted and said, you know what,
We had two options to begin with. A tape measure was always an option.
And
I'm
then-
the one who chose the flashlight.
Then I thought
over
to
the tape
myself,
measure.
okay, if we do a tape measure, really you need a tape measure that's got a significant length, so it's worth something. So you need like a 20-footer,
A nice
25-footer. Okay, but those are like $5. And then I was like, I could get a 12-footer for like $1.
So you went for the cheap tape measure?
I went for the cheap tape
No, you
measures.
didn't.
Yes. And also
Oh
because I could put
my
the stickers on
gosh.
them cheaper too.
Hold on.
Why?
You can buy custom tape measures. You opted to get a tape measure and put a sticker on it instead of getting a custom tape measure?
Yes. I can print out the stickers here locally.
I left for a day.
You left for a day?
I feel like this was all solidified. We had it sorted, and then you got your hands on it, and all of a sudden we got a 12-foot uncustom tape
I
measure.
got to pay the bills. It's not uncustom. It's going to have a sticker on it. In the wheel. Inside the side of it. And it fits way better looks way better than the other ones, I thought.
Okay.
Look, I have one of our clients, they got tape measure because they're in the construction business, and we got one. And I'm like, this thing's huge and heavy. Like, I'm not going to carry it around. But the little one, I would carry around.
There you go.
I would carry the little one around.
You do. So when you're gifting items, first of all, he got inspired because he's watched me put together multiple gifts this year for one of our clients because I am quite good at it.
Yeah.
And
people love them. They react to them.
yes, they do.
By the way, remind me today to order the food portion of it because I think everything's in. We're only waiting for like brochures to arrive.
Okay.
And then I'm ready to pack, baby.
Snacky snacks.
Snacky
So
snack.
what I was going to say is when you put together gift baskets, I feel like there's a balance. Like when it comes to marketing, when you have a trade show booth, like sometimes you just need shit to fill your booth. It's like people want to come by. You want them to have a conversation with you. They're going to pick up a stress ball or something. And sometimes it's really good to have an awesome giveaway. Like here's cordless iPhone charger or something that you actually spend some money on that people are like, did you hear there's iPhone chargers over in the booth? And like people make their way there to get one. But then you also have to be able to fill your space. Or maybe you have a few items and you're like, "Ooh, sorry, we're out. I could ship one to you, or I could meet you in person
You
after
don't
the
want to
show."
ship. Shipping's where like everything goes to die.
Anyway, what I'm
Like
saying
budget-wise.
is that you get yourself a meeting to schedule another discussion. But anyway, it's much more important to what?
No, please continue.
What?
No, it's much more important. I'm engaging.
Am I boring you? I feel like you
Look at me. I am so engaged at this moment.
All I was going to say, it's better to spend more and have a higher quality item, but less of them for your real potential opportunities and clients than it is for the other stuff. Because you're going to have some random trade show rats coming by just trying to pick up random shit. It's
Okay.
good to have the cheap stuff. When you're sending out boxes trying to get people's attention, it is important to have really like nice things that are going to make people sit there and instead of just throw it away. I am the queen of like, if I get something at a show, there is no way. I couldn't tell you one item actually in the history of my conferences that I've brought home and put in a cabinet or a cupboard.
I can name several.
What?
Okay. Well, one, you have that little award that you got at that little trade show thing.
An award?
And then you got a mug, like
What
a
are you
little
talking
coffee
about?
mug.
An award?
And it's got like an emblem on it. It's like a little star thing. I think it was from like that little class you did.
Okay, first of all, if you're referring to the AKKR private equity leadership program.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring
Okay,
to.
that's not a tchotchke at a conference. That's an actual award for a
I mean,
program.
you guys got together. It's like a conference. It's like their conference.
Okay. And yes, AKKR, the private equity company, gave us like thermos tumblers.
Yeah.
And I did keep that one.
There you go.
Because they were our private equity partner at the time. But that is no longer in our cupboard, I don't believe. Or it's like way up at the top. Because it is one of the only hot coffee mugs that we have. That's like a Yeti coffee mug.
I will
to
tell
take
you.
it on. But that's a nice item.
It's a nice item.
And it was not at a trade
First
show.
American gave me a backpack.
See?
And I use it to this day. It's the nicest backpack I've ever owned in my life.
Well, and there are some companies when you start
what happens
working
is you
for
mess
them.
it up and you put your logo on it, and then they're like, I don't want to wear your stupid company name on my backpack.
Right.
You know? So that's why we're not actually saying homeinspections.com on anything, but we are putting the logo, which is a house, which anyone
An
that's in real
icon.
estate, it should
It's
be like
fine.
It should
Yeah.
be fine. And it says hi.
It is. So this
It's
year,
like hi.
one of our clients is in the title industry. And this year, I opted for a hat, a baseball hat that says it's a title thing. Yeah. And it's just the icon of the logo on the back. Because I do think that people are looking more for something that they would either use every day, put on their desk, you know,
I like
versus
this idea.
being...
What could we say for home inspection hats that people would want to wear? Or do you think the hat that I have with just the logo on it is pretty cool?
I think it's cool, but you do want someone to wear something that's like funny. So the whole concept of the home inspections box that's going out was like we talked about different messages.
We got your back.
Oftentimes you're themed,
By
and
the
we
way,
said we've got your back.
Did you guys do that together, you and Robin?
Robin came up with a couple of different messages. I said, I like the simplicity of we've got your back. And I was like, that's an easy theme to play with. We can give back scratchers. We can do a backpack. We can put things in a backpack.
Yes. And we're doing some embroidery on the backpacks. And by the way, I had to order a new Platen just for that to do the backpacks.
Oh, so all of a sudden
it was
they're not-
$160.
Well,
I'm going to add it
the
to your
cost.
budget.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
So we have to cut back. We had to cut back on the tape measures in order for the Platen.
Hilarious. But you happen to own the company, so we're getting the bags at cost anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't even do half this stuff if we didn't have the cost.
No, that's what's cool.
I wonder if there's a really cool shirt.
But that's
that
what we
could
were
do.
laughing about when we first came in
Should we
here.
throw a
Is
t-shirt
he
in
was yeah, that'd be awesome.
One size fits all.
So true. Sizing gets really hard. But he put this tiny little sticker on this big box I chose.
Okay,
I
first
love
of
the
all-
box.
Okay, first of all, this is a big box, and it's got this sticker on it right here. And
When I
this
quoted
is the
it
biggest
out,
sticker that I can.
I
print.
was really upset when I first
locally.
saw it because he printed this in house and I thought he actually ordered them. It looks like it's about 1.5 inches by an inch.
Oh my gosh, this is clearly
2 inches by 3
4
inches?
by 4 inches.
It's not 4 by 4.
Yes, it is.
Well, I asked for 8x8.
Yes. Well, it's like half the size. Well, by the way, the team also thought it was on the smaller side.
Here comes the truth.
And I was really kind of hoping that I actually think that sometimes they might be afraid to tell me the truth.
And
they
am not.
Hint around it a little bit. It's kind of like, yeah, it looks like it could be a little bit big. I feel like if it's too big, then it's
No, it's too small right now. It just is.
okay. Well, there you have it, folks. We're gonna just.
But it's interesting that we're talking about
order
home
those
inspections
stickers then.
because when we were leaving the lake the other day, I was chuckling to myself because chuckling is a interesting verb. Is it a verb or an adjective?
I don't even know the difference between an adjective and a verb.
Adjectives are action words,
I
right?
think
Action
adjectives
words.
describe
Action words.
verbs.
Action words are verbs. I don't. Wait a second.
An action verb is a verb.
An action verb. Action verbs.
An action verb is a verb.
You meant to say action
you know what?
word.
This is why in English I just never.
I was
I
not
just-
an English major
not
either.
an English major.
Okay, so here's the thing.
You know what? Here's the reality: no one's going to be English majors anymore because you're not going to need it.
What I meant to say is that I'm sitting here saying I was chuckling at the scenario. I wasn't. We were leaving the lake, and so when we leave the lake, actually, this is a funny conversation. It's like, hey, I just got a few things to do to get us ready to go in the morning, and then we'll be ready to go. So he's, and it takes him, he feels like it's 2 seconds because all the different tasks, but he's like, I got it. And it's a lot of stuff and it's heavy lifting and I'm very appreciative for it. But it's like, he's got to get the boat out of the water. He's got to clean the boat. He's got to gas up the boat potentially. He's got to get the tent down. He's got to, there's a million things. He's got to take the garbage out. He's got to, whatever. And I can get the garbage out. There's little things I can do to help. But I'm normally sitting there watching Abigail and we try to time it to like get in the car for her nap on the way home. Well, the other day, after hours of doing all of the other tasks, he was like, I just got to do a quick test inspection of our place before we go.
Test the software.
And so he's walking around our condo, and it was like all the shit I try to ignore or not think about. It's like, here's our sink in the kitchen. It appears there's a leak. This is our freezer. The water line appears to have been broken. And I'm like, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, the ice machine stopped working. And then it's like, here you'll see there's a crack in the tile. And I'm like, stop talking about everything wrong.
I didn't really think about that, but
it was like,
man,
this is the perfect place for an
needs to get-
inspection.
this place needs to
Send
get
the report
fixed.
to the owners so they can fucking do something about it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I thought it was pretty comical. While at the same time, he was like, it'll just take 5 minutes. And 30 minutes later.
No, it was not a 30-minute inspection. It was clearly like 10 minutes long. The inspection tells me how long I was doing it for.
Please look.
For real?
Yes.
All right.
Please do.
Well,
actually, if
Here
it
we go.
truly
We'll keep
times
talking
you.
while I'm looking this up.
I will.
It's loading.
That's pretty cool.
I'm wondering.
So your app tells you how long
Yeah, it tells you
from
average
start
duration.
to finish.
Yeah. And so this is Sunset Terrace, and it says,
Don't be giving people our address.
yeah, it says 11 minutes.
Bull.
It's actually just
It
not
doesn't
showing.
even say the time.
Yeah.
Well, I know for a fact it wasn't 11 minutes.
Well, I can see the timestamps of when the first one started, image, and then when the last one was uploaded, and that'll tell me the duration of the inspection.
Okay. Well, we'll have to fact check that later.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of which, I actually need to add that as a bug because it's not showing like average length of.
there you
thing.
go. See, that's what I'm here
So,
for. I'm like
Yeah.
QA.
Finding bugs.
Yep. Ugh, bug season is relentless right now.
Well, actually, the love bug season is I think over now, or love bug week, or whatever. it is.
Week. Love
Yeah.
bug month.
No, they
Normally,
bloom twice.
They do, but it for anyone watching,
They bloom twice.
He just held up 3 fingers thrice.
they bloom thrice. Actually, what I was saying is like read between the lines here.
So hold on. We
read
know
between
you're
the
not an
lines.
English major, but what major were you? Because it doesn't appear to be math
computer
either.
science, electrical engineering, chemistry minor.
Okay. So Anyway, the
Coconut bonds.
love bug season doesn't typically run into each other, but it felt like it ended for a day and then came back again. And hopefully
Correct.
that was truly the two blooms.
Yes, and hopefully it's kind of done. You know, like scraping the bugs off of our car, and the important thing is like as soon as you get to your destination, get a hose, borrow the hose, rinse the car down, and if you just soak the
It's
bugs,
like love bug 101.
because like when a love bug hits or any bug hits, right, it kind of dries out. Like its guts kind of like that, and then it's like dried on your car. But when you spray it with water, it kind of like rehydrates it. You know, it's like adding water to the bugs to composition
To the
corpse.
goo. Oh,
Yeah,
gross.
and then you got to let them sit for a few minutes so they kind of rehydrate, and then they kind of come off easier versus like the dried goo.
I wouldn't know. I'm very fortunate that someone else cleans the bugs
Yeah,
off
me.
my car.
Yeah, actually, when you're something fun, I saw this. You know how we go to the drive-through,
We go through the car
the
wash.
car wash,
But a
and-
lot of people do.
And
Oh,
it's like they do, and it's like all the foam comes down, and you get the
Yeah, yeah,
disco
yeah.
lights and everything. So someone posted, when you can't afford to go to the Little Mermaid ride at Disney, and they're going to the car wash, and it's like the blue lights and the foam,
And they're just,
hitting,
like,
and it's
playing
and
Ariel.
they're playing like Under the Sea, you know,
under the sea.
yeah.
Our friends who left the lake the other day, she was like saying that they drove from the lake to Tampa.
Yeah.
And she said, honestly, she's like, you would not have believed the amount of love bugs on our car.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I would, because it
imagine
sounded
if
the other
we
day
hadn't
like
cleaned it
pouring
before,
rain. I know.
what it would look like.
I know.
Yeah, and we have another friend, and the moment he got there, he's like, I need water and a sponge.
I know. Men are so particular about their
Yeah,
cars.
and we had to clean his car and everything, and he had like a broken nozzle.
You had the broken hose nozzle.
I had a broken nose, and I had a brand new one. He's like, man, this thing doesn't work, and I thought to myself, I probably should go get it. You know,
So you knew at the time you had another
I
one.
knew, but I wasn't really sure where it was at, though. In all fairness, and
There's
because-
only one room it could have been in,
yeah, right.
and it's very small.
There's 2 shelves.
Yeah, like you would have found it very quickly.
Well, no, when I went and looked, I found it really quickly, and I put it on afterwards, and I sent him a video, and it was just being funny, you know?
Yes.
And I was like, thank goodness that guy left.
He was like, you bastard. Funny.
That's what guys do to each other, though.
I know.
You know,
I know you guys
I mean, the hose worked fine. It just kind of sprayed on you while you were spraying.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but I kind of like that. It's kind of like cooling off when I'm working out.
Yeah. Well, I normally have a laundry list of things, and
Yeah.
today we don't have many items.
Right. But I have tons of business stuff I can
All
talk
right,
to.
let's
Because I
go.
feel like the notes kind of bring us. Okay, first of all, I'm going to hit your topic first. Okay. So last night first of all, Abigail has slept for the last 4 nights, all night long. We've had probably the best nights together. It's like she went to bed. She might have went, but all night we slept, whatever. Last night was the reunion
Summer House
for
reunion,
Summer House,
which we've been
waiting for weeks.
almost 6 weeks.
Yeah. Ever since they filmed it.
Amanda and West came out with
Yes.
their juice that they were together, which
Yes.
is
So we're like ready to
major.
watch this. And we put her down. And it's like she knew.
just won't go down.
It's like the only night that that I probably would have
Wanted
been like,
to watch
hey,
TV.
really want to
Yeah.
watch TV. And that was last night. But anyway, it didn't disappoint. You know?
we got to watch it. It was
I
definitely.
will tell you though, it's so depressed. Like everyone's like usually there's more high energy and like fun and recollection and talking about the fights. Like
What's recollection?
recollection. Recollection is recollection. It's like past tense. It's I recollect. Recollect.
Well, here's the thing. They are all very much so still upset. Like it's true emotion.
I don't know. Are they really upset or is it all
Yes.
show?
No, it's not a show.
I mean, Sierra. I mean, obviously, Sierra's
I
got her
think that's
fangs
what,
out.
but that's what they were. That's what they were talking about. Is these people actually like live in a city together? They're all the same age, but they also have been in a shared house, some for a decade. So these are true friendships. Like even with people that we know in town, like we've never lived in a house with them for 3 months. Like you get a totally different relationship with someone that you're with day in and day out.
Well, they're not okay. First of all, they're only there on the weekends and they're partying. But hey, I totally get it. It's like when you go to summer camp, you got best friends for life, right? Like they're just on a summer.
Have you
long.
gone to a summer camp? Space camp.
We talked about.
We
this.
did talk about this.
Yes, no space camp for me. Okay.
That's right.
Look, no, I have never been to a summer camp, but I did go to a church like weekend camp a couple times.
I bet you did.
Yeah, Friends for Life. Yeah, couldn't even tell you one person's name.
I do know some people that I went to camp with.
Yeah, I can think of one too.
That's funny.
That's very funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Inside joke.
Okay, so let's talk
Your
about
parents laughed just now.
let's talk about business.
Yeah, so I have been working on. So we're building out the flywheel. We've actually built all of our major software platforms except for one, and it wasn't that I was saving it for last. It's just like I almost think I feel like I should have built it last summer, but the reality is I waited, and I was in Texas with a friend at lunch, a classmate of mine from college, and we were chatting about just Claude versus OpenAI, and he's like, "Have you used Codex, which is OpenAI's newest version?" And I was like, "No." I was like, my feeling is that Claude is actually better but slower, and then OpenAI is faster but not as good. He's like, "You got to try the new Codex 5.5." He's like, "It is the most amazing thing that's out there. Like, it's light years ahead of every time the new one that come up. They're always like, here's the other one." And so I'm running Codex. So I cleared out a laptop. I got rid of a bunch of personal stuff off of it so that ChatGPT or OpenAI or AI in general just couldn't like hold me hostage, for like something. And so I know that sounds really bad, but I just mean like everything. I just don't want it to have any information. So I took it and I'm running Codex. And it has been coding for 2 days now, nonstop.
This is what you were talking about, that if you put in the prompt goal.
Yes. And if you set a goal, it'll just keep going and going and going. So I did time out money-wise yesterday. Okay. Do you smell burning?
I do smell something.
I feel like I smell burning. It might be someone cooking. I hope it's someone cooking. So
do you want to check?
No. I mean, if we see fire, then we'll just pull the fire alarm, which we don't have. We do have a fire extinguisher. So anyway, I did hit the money threshold yesterday, and it was just like, hey, and it wasn't for the month, it was just for the day. Like, hey, have you reached your limit for the day? And it was like, and then it was like, or you can add credits. And I was like, upgrade, baby, upgrade.
Oh
Like I upgraded. And he told me, he's like, look, I'll run this thing all month nonstop for $200.
That's
and I'm like,
crazy.
really? $200? I was like, I've been reading stories where people have been spending $1,000 a day. He's like, well, those people are doing something a little stupid, and there's just no checks and balances. And he's like, I wouldn't do that anyway.
So did you figure it out for $200 a month?
Well, I upgraded, and we're still running. And so the goal is to see how far we can get on that.
Well, you have
$200.
been insane the last couple. Normally, you like fall asleep on the couch, but you've been bringing your laptop and it's coding, and like you'll lay your head down, and then every 5 seconds you pop up, and you're like, yeah,
and checking it because it's coding, and I'm just laying there and I'm reading what it's doing.
Yeah, it's crazy town.
Okay, so here's what's really funny. I mean, this is like nerd stuff. Okay, so for some reason I couldn't actually deploy it in localhost, so the code's running, but I don't know what it is yet, right? So and when I got in this morning, I was like, we had 8,000 files of code, okay? 8,000 files that it just made, okay? Now, granted, it's used all my specs, and I wrote all the specs and everything for it, but it's like amazing how much there is. So I sit there and I go, I don't know if it looks good, if it looks bad, I don't know, because I couldn't get it to deploy anyway, long story. So I gave the laptop to Megan, who got with Danilo in the office. And so the two of them troubleshoot why it wasn't deploying so I could see it. They fix it, okay? And so she goes, this looks horrible. And I look at it, I was like, yeah, it actually does look horrible. Like it's not actually building it in the framework and in the design HTML that I gave it. So I was like, well, let me just give it a prompt to fix it. So I gave it 2 screenshots and I said, WTF, like, you're not following my designs. They're clearly in here. I've outlined everything. You need to follow this structure, side menu, blah, 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 blah. 200 characters of text of me just yelling at it. Enter. It's like 8 minutes later, it's like, yeah, I've rebuilt the whole thing. Done. I open it up. Looks exactly how it's supposed to.
Really?
I'm like, shit.
Wow.
Like this stuff is scary. Scary
That is
smart.
Wild.
Are you serious right now, or is this like a facial?
No, it's
you're
wild.
Like,
And also,
you look like truly in awe, but almost like
I am
actress
in awe, but
awe.
I drank too much water before we started and I'm dying.
No, you
Yeah.
cannot leave.
I have to.
We're not even halfway through.
We're not done. Keep talking about AI.
Oh my gosh. That is why. That is why. Okay, fine. Well, we're just going to talk about you while you're gone. So I guess I'm just going to do the show by myself here. Well, it's interesting because one, if she's not here, like I don't know what to talk about because I listen to her half the time, and it's so funny. And I'm actually talking to Maria in the studio here. So Beck used to have a thing where she used to look at the comments on everything, and then she got like a couple ones that were like rubbed her the wrong way, and she's like, just she didn't have like a huge like thick skin, it's like pretty thin, where she's like, oh my gosh, so I read a couple where some people there was one conversation we had where I had said something about her and listening, and people made comments so like you're like, it's not that he's not listening, it's your voice, or stuff like that. And she always says like, oh, my voice. And I love her voice, but it's so funny because there are comments and I screenshotted it and I was going to have a laugh with her about it because I thought it was funny. But then I was like, oh man, she's totally going to get her feelings hurt if she reads this. So I can't show it to her at all. So anyway, we need some positive comments on the reels or the shorts because that's the ones where they typically, where she's like, we're laughing about something that we're doing, and then people tend to be more mean than anything. So anyways, Beck, you don't ever watch the show back, so I know that you won't actually hear my montage, but I'm sure some family members will probably tell you about the montage there. So that's good. But no, in all seriousness, we are, the amount of coding that is being done, I've always been worried. Like everyone in the office here knows where I like even a year ago, I think I was like, hey, this is coming. Like I want us to prepare for it and be ready. And what this stuff is doing right now is like, it's insane to the point where I truly believe that in a couple years, any business could probably just build custom software for themselves. Will they do it on their own? Probably. I mean, probably not because you still have to troubleshoot it. There's always issues that are made. But for people who are visionaries who want to grow their company and software has held them back, they could hire one engineer that all they do is basically just prompt engineer everything. And I truly believe that they could be just as good as anything else. And when you look at the specs that I wrote for Home Hutch and we put that in there, and then you think like you could take any software that like even like the Riverside software, that like the Riverside FM, like the software that we use, you could just be like, hey, clone this software and create it. And it's just going to start going. It's going to create it. And then you're going to have your own working version. So I'm not, yes, you were very sorely missed. I covered a lot.
Well, I'm sure
we
you
did
did
physics.
because I couldn't find any paper towel. I washed my hands and had soaking wet hands.
Oh, well, I just used my jeans
I know. I'm not here all
to
the
dry
time.
my
You
hands.
should really
I do like
stock
that.
the
So I do like
bathroom.
the whoosh, whoosh, like the flip.
Sorry, guys.
That gets the water off, and then
No
then
one
I
needs to hear
dry
this,
on my
but I
jeans.
will tell you, the second pregnancy is no joke. I'm unfazed aside from the fact that I cannot go long without peeing. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
And I drank 2 glasses of water. I felt quite dehydrated. I thought I'm going to hydrate myself. It's so nice. There's a water machine in the office. And I drank, and now I can function and I can speak. You actually probably got more out about AI and what's going on in your computer than I've ever let you talk without interrupting in a long time because all I was doing was sitting here going, I'm going to pee my pants, I'm going to pee my pants, I'm going to pee my pants.
see, now if you turn this into a short, Maria, this is the kind of short that we're going to get comments on. And people are going to comment about like, oh, they're going to say things like, oh, she should be pregnant more often. Like, that's the kind of thing.
Hey!
No, we were having a conversation about comments on reels and shorts while you were gone.
Okay, yeah, well, because when I used to do the dusted videos, people were like, what's wrong with her voice? Oh my God, she's so annoying. She's so nasally. I know, people. I know. Okay.
I know, yeah.
And if on top of AI, there's a technology that exists in the world that can help make your voice less nasally, then maybe
I don't think your voice is nasally at all, by the way.
Well, you live with me now. You've gotten used to it.
Is that what it is? Okay, make that a short too. We'll get more comments on that.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, No, it is very impressive what your computer is doing for you.
No, and not only that, but then it really makes me reevaluate. Like I've had a good friend of mine who was just like, you need to get rid of all your entire team. He's like, why are you paying people? And I was like,
Don't worry, Maria. We told him no. God.
no, like I was like, well, I told him no. I was like, no, I mean, that's the point, is to have a team and to, build a company, not just be like a self coder. But we're definitely not going to hire anyone else. And if it's only going to cost us $200 per person, we might have enough to where we can just give that amount as a balance to every single person. Be like, hey, this is what we want you to do. You need to be using Codex. You need to code alongside it.
Oh, you mean you hire an individual who knows how to use the tool?
No. We give the tool to all of our existing
Current
people
employees
just so we can
and
build
say, "Here's
faster
your
and more.
budget."
I'm even thinking about just doing some advertising on the Utilisoft side to basically say, hey, we offer AI development, and we can code a lot faster than we used to be. And that's the thing, is like, I had a client the other day. He's like, am I just wasting my money if an AI is gonna be able to build this in like in no time at all? And I'm like, no, there's all. And when he asked that question, it was 6 months ago, 8 months ago, and I was like, no, it's not there yet. And then now today, I'm like, yeah, it might be there. It's not there, by the way. I like it. We got some ways to go. So keep paying us.
It's so crazy. We had a really nice weekend at the lake this weekend, and I'm not going off topic. This is on topic because we have a neighbor who's like very much so all natural, whatever. And of course, he has a couple of drinks. We're sitting out at a fire, and there goes Chris in front of all of our lake neighbors. I mean, who's to say that we're not all just in a simulation? And one of our neighbors, Mike, was like, oh, God. And his wife was like, exactly. And I'm like, oh, no. And I was just like,
there's
here
a very good chance we are living in a simulation.
Stop. Anyway, it's like so crazy.
We're inside of someone's snow globe right now.
What was that red one?
Red one.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It is a good movie. But anyway, yeah, all this AI stuff can be overwhelming. I went for a walk with a girlfriend the other day who was like, I'm very against it, and the data centers and all this stuff. And I don't even know if I told you this. She was sitting there going like, I truly am scared about what the future holds, and da-da-da. And she was like, well, what I said, I'm not ignorant. I do believe in the saying ignorance is bliss. I've said that many times before, but I cannot be obsessed. Like there are people, and I think it's very easy to get obsessed, not with AI in general, but with politics
like
or with
the world's coming to
religion
an
or the
end, or like
world
this is
or
happening.
conspiracy theories or
I'm
whatever.
definitely teetering on
And but people like once you start looking into it, trust me, like you can go down a rabbit hole, just like you have to watch the news every morning, or like people get crazy. I am so much better off like shaking a maraca with my 1-year-old right now. Like I'm just like, but she was like, what does Chris think of all this? And I said, you know what? This is literally how I said it. I was like, Chris is like the last person to get obsessed, to believe in conspiracy theories, to like and I like said all these things. And I was just like, but yeah, he's absolutely terrified, thinks the world's coming to an end. And she was like, oh my God, I thought that was going the complete opposite direction. Like you were going to like you were like judging me for feeling this way. And I was like, no, I was like, he's actually very well read and intelligent and knows what's going on. And he's 100% terrified as to what the future holds. And yeah. And she was like, oh, so.
Yeah. And the Pope just released his first like
manifesto. The new Pope,
isn't
it a new Pope?
First American Pope. Mm-hmm. He just released a thing basically saying like AI is the Antichrist. Like,
did he?
Yeah. I mean, in no certain terms. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. Basically, he was just like, hey, this is really bad. Like, there's a world coming, and it's bad.
Wow.
Which is good because the Pope has a lot of influence over the Catholics. Good. Which what I'm saying is that
he's communicating.
Like I'm not like, hey, we need to stop AI. Here's the problem. It's like the nuclear arms race right now. It was like nukes are bad. Like, and so the United States would be like, you know what? nukes are bad. Like we shouldn't blow up.
Well, that's
100,000
what I
people."
said to this girl.
But then it's like, yeah, but Russia doesn't think nukes are bad.
But that's exactly it. So I was talking to this girl and I was like, we watched this documentary, and not that you were like, I didn't learn anything from it. I was like, I learned a lot from it, because I was like, we can't stop doing what we're doing because China and Russia and all these other countries aren't, and they are actually trying to use it to harm other countries.
To harm us.
Exactly. So I'm like, well, in that sense, like you want to be somewhat protected, but I don't know. It's a wild, wild west out there.
No, it is wild, wild west. But, you know, and so I just think that there's one, I believe in humanity overall. Like, you know, I'm the one that's like, hey, you don't need to lock your car door. Like, you know.
Oh, it drives me nuts. The other day, he walked away from the car and I was like, where's the fob? We need to lock it. He goes, it automatically locks when you walk away. I was like, no, it doesn't. It's called, I get the notification on my phone every time you walk away from the car and don't lock it. And it says,
locks.
it says, your car is unlocked. So I go lock it.
Button.
I'm like, that's why it's locked
Like,
every
it's got
time you
auto
come
lock.
back.
You're doing it remotely.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know.
I showed someone some embroidery yesterday. It's so bizarre. So
embroidery, which I've never actually seen myself, is instead of using an actual embroidery machine, it's a machine that makes something look like it's been embroidered, but it has not.
It's an image, and the image has been modified to look like it was embroidered, and then that image is pressed onto something.
It's kind of what I just said.
Something like that. So
you were showing
I was
somebody.
showing embroidery because the guy was looking at the hat. I was like, I don't think we can embroider that, but I go, you know, that might be a great thing for embroidery. And he's like, what's embroidery? And we were like, I did his logo, did it embroidered. Well, we bought embroidery.com, so try to corner this market. And so we built a site. We haven't launched it yet, but we got this thing going. And the goal is to sell more DTF, to more direct to film stuff for people. And so one of the things that we're...
DTF is such a weird business term.
Yeah. And so he Googles it or whatever, and he pulls up a website. It's like embroidery something, and it's got a registered R on it. And I'm like, oh, shit. Did someone register embroidery? Like they own that word, which can be tough, you know, because then we're kind of like, depending on, and they obviously have the same use as what we have the same use. So it would be the same class, which would mean that we couldn't use the term, but we already bought some embroidery. But I looked it up on the literally as I walked out of his office, I went to the postal patent and trademark office. And I was like, I need to see if this is licensed, like if they own this. And it's not, it's nowhere in there. So these people just threw an R on there, just thinking that they could, you know.
That's something you would do.
No. You can throw a TM. So a TM is a trademark.
I know.
And you can just say, hey,
but can
I'm
you be
trademarking
sued?
this.
All that's going to happen is someone's just going to say, hey, that's not actually registered. You can't use our R. And they'd be like, oh, it was just part of our design.
Well, if we registered it and then we went to them and be like, hey, you don't have a
we
registered
have it
trademark.
registered. You don't.
Yeah. Then,
I forgot all about that, the TM and the R.
yeah. Mm-hmm. We have to do a shit ton of registrations.
Oh
for
my
all of
gosh.
our
Sorry.
brands.
I'm sitting there going, this is a lot of business talk. I'm getting bored. But I'm kidding. I'm not bored. But we're missing my list of items. So some funny stuff did happen at the lake this weekend.
What?
There was this one little kid there, and he was with another family, and a couple of the adults.
Schmor's kid?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, nothing is as funny as him carrying around the dead fish, calling it his pet. Okay.
Yeah.
He walks up, he's like, you want to see my pet? I'm like, that's a fish, bro. I go, I think it's dead. He goes, it is.
But I have to pretend it's alive because he's my friend.
Because he's my friend.
But he literally was walking up to, he must have had this fish for over an hour.
Oh, yeah.
In his hands. I'm thinking the amount of disease, like just on him, on the fish.
Well, and the other thing was, I saw him later down by the lake, and he literally goes.
He kept throwing it in, and it would come back.
Okay, so maybe that's why he goes, it washed up. And I'm like,
No.
Did it wash up? Did you catch it? Like, where did this fish come from? And by the way, it wasn't a small fish. This fish was
I
like
saw
8 inches
it.
long. It's huge.
I
It's like
kept
the size of a
wanting him
pancake.
to leave me.
Well, guy, the little kid put it in my face. He's like, look at my fish. I'm like, oh, I'm so proud of you, little buddy. You know, because first of all, this kid,
I know.
I mean,
the whole weekend, at first you were
this
like,
group a little rednecky.
at first you were like, oh my God.
If you've ever seen
this
the
kid's
show
annoying.
Swamp People,
I
like-
have not, but yeah.
okay.
But this kid at first,
Florida's
so
finest.
when we saw him out at the fire, it was like, hey, where's your mom? Like, this is crazy. Don't
Yeah.
touch the fire. Stop
Like,
touching the
stop
hot
throwing
metal
my wood in the
sticks.
air.
Stop picking things up. Like, he was not listening. He was just randomly there. And you're
like,
like,
I'm
okay,
gonna
this
burn
is
you, kid.
dangerous. He'd like pick up marshmallows on fire, like swing them around in front of other kids. And you're just like, okay, someone's going to get hurt. To the point where one of the guy's wives was so like, I can't handle this anymore. She literally stood up and left the fire because she was like, this kid's going to hurt someone or something. And I just can't witness it.
No, she was very clearly upset at her husband.
Because he was like, let's s'more it up. And like all these little kids were burning each other. And so, anyway,
I
because
love
he
our
had had a
neighbor.
couple of drinks. But so that night I was like, oh my gosh, this little kid.
You weren't there when he said this. He came. Maybe you were. Were you here when he came up and he goes, you know what they say about me, right? I was
Yeah.
like, what do they say? He goes, I always leave the fire higher than I left it.
Yeah, I
Or
know.
higher than when I arrived or something. I don't know.
It wasn't a great saying when he said it, and the fact that you felt it necessary to say it. And then the next night he's like, I'm not going to say it again.
And then he said
he
it.
said it anyway.
And then I said it to him the last day when we were leaving.
So let's just be
I
clear.
was like, you know what I
This-
like about you? He's like, what?
This
I go,
guy-
you always leave the fire higher when you
Oh
leave.
my God, stop.
And he goes,
So-
I deserve that.
So this guy, he is one of those people where nicest guy ever. He left the s'more, all the stuff for the s'mores he bought. And the next morning we woke up and there was like 10 boxes of graham crackers, Hershey's chocolate marshmallows, like all in the grass, like
by
stayed
the
out
way.
all night.
no,
The next
no.
night he's got all the ingredients out again and he's like, let's do s'mores again. Who wants a s'more? Everyone's like, not me. I saw your shit sitting out for
All night long.
24 hours. I'm good.
Guess what was out the next morning?
What?
Did you remember the cheese?
Yes. Was it out the next
It was
day?
a water bowl of cheese.
Oh, stop. So that night
Borson.
we had a fire the next night and he comes out and he's like, oh, hold on. Let me go get some snacks. And he comes back out and he's got a paper bowl of crackers and cheese.
He's like, I don't know why I got such small crackers.
And it's
These are
so
like little-
dark. And
He's like
and
little
he's
oyster
like, do you
crackers.
want any? So, and then he's like, oh, I got to make you this
Well,
drink.
first he offered us a drink, right?
He
And
goes, I
was
got to
like,
make you this drink.
What do
And
you call
so-
it? A dick sombrero?
Yeah, something. It was the guy's name he was staying at
A
his
guy's
place.
name.
Dick Leonard. A Dick Leonard.
It was called a Dick Leonard.
And all it was the alcohol he found from this guy's
So he
freezer or
mixed this
something.
guy's alcohol.
Makes everyone at the fire try it. They're all making faces, and he goes, I said it was a Dick Leonard. I didn't say it was any good. And everyone's like, whoa.
Everyone's like, bleh, bleh.
And
I didn't try it.
Neither did I, because I obviously I can't. But I was laughing because then he comes out with these snacks. Well, you're eating the crackers and cheese. And I looked right at you and I said, those s'mores sat out all night. And the fact that you think
Well,
you
first of all, he said cheese, and I go, I looked, I was like, I don't want that cheese, bro. Like, I was like, that doesn't look like cheese. And then I looked at it, I was like, I'm going to taste it. And I was like, oh, this is Boris.
First of all, I turned on my flashlight because, again, we're sitting in the pitch dark. Everyone else is like, food from a random guy's place that I don't
random
know.
guy. We all know him.
Well, because I know him, that's exactly why I'm not touching the food.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So anyway, he's eating the cheese. And then he looked at me and he goes, well, if I don't feel good later, we know why.
Right. Because I ate it and you didn't. I was like, if I don't feel good, we know it was the cheese.
I know.
'Cause we
So-
eat the same
So
things for everything
brutal.
else.
It really was. But anyway.
But you know what? That's what
It
memories
was a
are
great
made of.
weekend at
Like,
the lake. It really was.
It's like we work hard and then, we get a little bit of blow off some steam and relax.
Well, we were
a little
with
bit.
all of our neighbors this past weekend and no one had guests. Like there was a big group there renting out all of the different places, but none of our neighbors who are also owners had any guests there. So we all got to spend time with each other, which was really nice because it sounds like the next couple of weeks in the summer are crazy where everyone's
Yeah.
hosting different people. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good time. And tomorrow you fly to Pensacola.
I'm flying to Pensacola bright and early.
Bree's moving.
Bree's moving back home to Sarasota, and I'm going to be driving the U-Haul
I know.
from Pensacola down for them.
Such a good dad.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking a picture and just sharing, like, because I've literally moved her multiple times, and I know I have a picture of all of them. So I was like, oh, I should just take like a little montage of all the stuff. I feel like I didn't move that much stuff up there, but we're moving a whole U-Haul back. She's bought furniture and couches and some tables and some other things, I think, in the meantime.
I'm trying to think of, I know we gave her the bed and the frame and everything. So that came up.
Yeah, she bought a couch.
The first time, yeah.
I don't think that
They got the coffee table.
because when she moved there, she moved from the dorm, and so she ended up having to get.
But we took from our house.
From our house, what?
The bed.
Yeah, I know the bed, but I'm saying, like, there's the couch and her dining room table.
Right.
Like, there's
Yeah,
other
it's way more.
things that she's gotten together. Plus, probably
Hopefully the
boxes of
U-Haul's
clothes.
packed and ready for you.
Oh, it better be. I'm not doing any loading.
You're just going to sit there until it's ready.
I better literally walk off the plane with my backpack, walk
into
right
the
and
U-Haul.
get picked up by them, be dropped off at the U-Haul with the keys and a credit card for gas. Probably have to pay for gas.
Yeah, I bet I know you're just now thinking of it. A 9-hour.
There's definitely a refill along the way. Didn't think about
Don't
that.
get stranded.
Damn. No, seriously, it was like 20 gallons is $100.
I know. Filling up the boat now is like
Rec
insane.
fuel's $5 a gallon. So
I know. Excuse
Am I boring you?
No, that's probably one yawn out of every 100 that you give on the podcast.
No, I do like there are. Right. I tried to hold that yawn in. I couldn't very long.
Well, I guess if you start pretending, then you do it for real.
Also, something else is going to happen by the time before we have the next podcast. We are going to go through an existential crisis
Okay.
in the Abbott household, and that will be.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Dropping off little Abigail to daycare so that you can come to work full time.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So you're going to drop her off, and she's going to stay for a couple hours.
No, we together.
No,
are going
it's
to
not
drop
a we.
her off.
This is like a very like
No.
Look,
It's a we.
FaceTime me. I'll be there.
No, we're going together on the first day.
We are.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Joel.
She's gonna be so upset. Anyway,
I don't
like
think
I said, seriously. Okay, they give your kid 15 minutes to cry, and then you have to go pick him up. So, be honest. Do you think she makes it through the first day?
Okay. Okay. Are we taking bets here?
I don't need to
I think
take
she
a
makes
bet.
it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to coach her over the weekend. I'm going to tell her she's going to be okay. I'm going to leave her with some of the neighbors. And she'll be like, this isn't as bad as being left with the neighbors,
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's all about level of distraction. If she finds a friend and she goes to look around and she doesn't see you, she might like cry. And then if someone's there to be like, hey, she'll fucking cry. She's going to be... I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about it next week. It's going to be intense. We might have to dedicate 30 minutes of the show to just your therapy session.
I think it'll be pretty quick. It'll be like, yep, she cried for 15 minutes. We picked her up. We're going to try again tomorrow. And that's going to be the conversation.
For the next month and a half. We just paid $2,000
Well, first
for her
of all,
to cry for 15 minutes every day.
Megan's kids go to daycare and they seem to do really well. But I asked Maria about her niece, and Maria said her niece gets really excited to be picked up and that she really struggled at first being dropped off.
Every kid's going to struggle, especially when they have parents that love them.
But we don't need her to struggle, So like if it's fun and the interaction is like valuable, great. Otherwise,
Right, but
not
it's
necessary.
she's never gonna get the benefit, right? People train their kids based off of what's good for the child, not what the child wants to do.
Yeah. When she's 5, like we can have more of a discussion about going to preschool or something,
At 5, she better be in middle school by the time she's 5. She better be doing
She
pre-algebra.
is smart.
She's so smart.
She's very smart.
I'm so proud of her. She started walking this week, like a lot.
Yeah, she's been walking. Like she could go 10, 15 feet, but she's been doing laps around the kitchen and the living room.
I know. Did she do any laps this morning for you?
Oh, yeah, she was walking.
Oh, that's amazing.
She walked for my mom when she got there today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the joys
Walking.
in life like that and seeing that just really makes working hard. But, I actually just want to stop working and just play with her. Like if you can go get a good paying job, we could switch roles. Yeah, because I don't pay you good. So
No.
I need you to go out
She's
and
a
get
lot
it
of
great.
fun.
And I will be the stay-at-home dad.
You'd be so bad at that.
No, because now I can code. Like literally, my computer can code for me, and like I could just watch the kids.
we won't
We'd
even
be
get
watching
into this.
Disney movies,
We have
eating food,
First
ordering
of
pizza.
all, we have a point of contention. We both agree on a lot of things, but our parenting strategies are a little different.
How so?
The minute I left the other day to go to the grocery store at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And I came back. We only ever turn the TV on for her if it's Saturday morning or if she's like in hysterics or if we're trying to get her to go 10 more minutes at night before bedtime or something like that. And it's like, hey, just chill out. We're trying to make dinner or something.
First of all, it wasn't 2:00.
After the lake,
Yeah.
she didn't have chicken because we left all of the shit in the fridge.
Watch our Saturday morning cartoons.
So when I tell you I left for 5 minutes and came back and the freaking TV was on, I'm like, I sit with this girl for 12 hours in a day, every single day, and entertain her all day long. I leave you for 5 minutes and come home and the TV's on. And she got up, she was like, Mom! She was
and I turned the TV off because you've said to me like, hey, I want to make sure that I'm the center of her attention, and if the TV's on, I don't get that. And I was like, done. When the TV's on and she watches it, then she starts crawling all over me, and then she like sits in my lap, and we bond.
Yeah, that's good.
We have different techniques, but I think we're still aligned.
We're aligned. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
All right, so we'll see what happens Monday with daycare.
No, it's Tuesday.
Oh, why Tuesday?
Because she's only doing 2 half days a week. Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad you know.
All right.
the
Well, I'm looking
days.
forward to that. So I hope everyone has a great weekend.
Well,
and
I'll come up with notes next time, people.
I know this podcast went faster than anything because we weren't looking at things. We just went natural. El natural. I'll get those stickers ordered for you.
Yeah, I need bigger stickers.
Okay. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.